Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in for a college basketball Saturday. We are here. We have 6 plays we are going to run through. We have a glorious college basketball slate. We're going to give a chance for everyone to join in. Welcome in to Hold the Phone YouTube. We're going to start doing these college basketball lives every Tuesday and Saturday. I believe at 11 o'clock Eastern time. That's what time it is right now. Fellas, who has it better than us? There's only a few more college basketball Saturdays in the air before March. We have one hell of a thing planned for March. I believe we are going to put $100 on every underdog in the first round again. We're going to continue to buzz. We're going to continue to flood the living room. Fellas, you got to join in because we need locks to be dropped. We have a hell of a slate today, a hell of a day in the SEC, a massive matchup in the ACC. And our friends over at BetMGM, sign up today. New customers, $10 bet. You get up to $1,500 in bonus bets paid back instantly. And then obviously check back often for daily promotions such as no sweat bets and odds boosts. Fellas, shout out to the BetMGM people. We have a hell of a college basketball slate today. I also want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys who has locks for this college basketball Saturday. It is starting in 50 minutes. We have 50 minutes to go through this slate. Let's get started with game number 1. You open up your eyes after a lovely Friday night to the Volunteers taking a trip to College Station. Obviously, Texas A&M in need of a bounce back spot, in need for a little get right spot, coming off their loss against Mississippi State in a game that just felt like it was a good spot for Mississippi State to get the job done. Now, Texas A&M is back in College Station, taking on a Volunteers team who got the job done at home their last game versus Vanderbilt. However, the game before that, the previous start, was against Kentucky on the road where they got slapped around. And I don't know if I'm dressing up like a square for this game, but I feel like it's the Aggies. I feel that it's Texas A&M. I know this is a similar eerie feeling that we rolled with last week. Auburn on the money line, going down to Tuscaloosa and getting the job done in Alabama. But this offense isn't the same for Tennessee as it is for Auburn. I know that this Tennessee team can come out flat, put up a stinker, and that's why I can't fully trust Tennessee to get the job done in a place that is going to be upside down and buzzing in College Station. So with that being said, give us Texas A&M for play number 1. We're going to talk parlays. We're going to talk straight bets. We're going to continue to keep the train on track. Let's go to play number 2. Oh, boy, do I want to get in bed with this game. We now travel to Nashville. We travel now to Tennessee. Another SEC matchup. Ole Miss Vanderbilt will gladly welcome into the comfort of their own home. Speaking of which, Southern Comfort. My God, this is a hell of a beverage. It is a very special beverage. It is a good tailgating beverage. Southern Comfort. Today, Vanderbilt welcomes Ole Miss to the comfort of their own home where they look to get the job done. There's no better way to get the job done than rolling with a little Southern Comfort for your tailgate, little party, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Southern Comfort. Our Southern Comfort get-right spot of the day is Vanderbilt on the money line. They're welcoming into the comfort of their own home, the Ole Miss Rebels, and they're going to get the job done. Give us Vandy. It's a lovely spot. We're going to put on the suit and tie, gentlemen. We're going to put on the suit and tie, and we are going to buy low on a Vanderbilt team who's coming off of 3 straight losses, a Vanderbilt team who I believe can get the job done today in this game. Because honestly, Ole Miss, they're mid, especially when you throw them out on the road. You throw them out in the cold. Vanderbilt should get the job done. They're coming off playing 3 of the top teams in the SEC on the road. Kentucky on the road, slapped. Tennessee on the road, lost in a close one. They played Auburn at home. Hell, they've lost their last 5 of 6. So today, let's see them get in a dire need of a win, get the job done. Give us Vanderbilt on the money line, and let's continue on down the line. Texas A&M money line says watch and bleed. Will says I have minus 400 in my bank. 75 is DraftKings Legacy Day. Gav, the Aggies might be on the most overrated teams in the nation. Yeah, I mean, they've gone on a hell of a run. Hell yeah, I love riding with you guys. Southern Comfort is what I need today when I hit this bet. Come on, Robert. Fellas, continue to drop locks in the chat. Continue now to drop lockies in the chat. All right, now this game. Fellas, you better buckle your seatbelts because this next one, Mississippi State and Oklahoma. Oklahoma, not too long ago, was 16-5, ranked team in the country, and since that day have dropped 5 straight. Oklahoma, the Sooners' first year in the SEC, are now staring down the barrel of 6 straight losses. Oklahoma needs a win today like they need air. People are saying it is more than just a generational bounce back spot. It is more than a game that needs to be won today in the state of Oklahoma as they welcome in Mississippi State rolling into town off their high horse, coming off their biggest win of the season against the Texas A&M Aggies. Now they pack their bags. They take a trip to Oklahoma where the Sooners need this win. And I know we're looking at a 3.5-point spread. I like the 3.5. But I think we could leave those points at the door today and try our best to get the job done. Try our best to go hand in hand in the battle today in an SEC matchup on a college basketball Saturday because Oklahoma dropped one to Auburn, dropped one to Tennessee, dropped one to Missouri, blew one to LSU, and dropped one to Florida. Last time I checked, those are four of the top teams in the country. 4 of the top teams in the goddamn country. Before that skid, they won at home against a ranked team at the time in Vanderbilt. We've seen this team get the job done at home against Vandy. They lost a close one to Texas A&M, who was ranked 10th in the country at the time. I think this Mississippi State team is very mid. And I think Oklahoma gets the job done on the money line. However, I would also take the 3.5 to stay safe, gentlemen. It's 3.5 to stay safe. But I love this spot. I feel like we're finding spots on this slate. Comment a lock. Something that we haven't talked about. But yeah, I think Oklahoma plus 3.5. Let's continue on down the line. Continue on down the board as we run through it like a 40-yard dash, gentlemen. We stay in the SEC for the fourth game, the fourth matchup, the fourth winner in a row. Mizzou, not only one of the hottest teams in the SEC, but one of the hottest teams in the goddamn country, now have to pack their bags and hit the road, and they travel to Arkansas. A Razorback team under Coach Calipari who was just in a rock fight in the jungle versus Auburn. The previous game before that, they dropped one to Texas A&M. We've seen glimmers of hope in this first year with Calipari in Arkansas, and my God, what a day to be great. What a time for an opportunity for a massive win, a game of the year opportunity for Calipari and these boys. We've seen them on the road get the job done in Kentucky. We've seen them fight up and down this SEC. It obviously hasn't been the greatest year. Maybe the expectations were a little too high for Arkansas coming into this year. But my God, if they could get the job done against a Cinderella team, a Cinderella story, a team that last year in Mizzou didn't have a win in the SEC. 0-18 in the SEC for Mizzou. Today, we ride with Arkansas on the money line to get their biggest win of the year at home. A team that is in dire need of a win. The 4 games that we've talked about thus far, gentlemen, have been 4 spots of teams at home that need wins. Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, now Arkansas. Let's continue on down the board for play number 5. This puppy down in Tuscaloosa. We're heading way down in Tuscaloosa. Now, I know we've had a little bit of a trend here today of taking teams in the buy low spot, all at home. However, today, when these two teams face off against each other between the Kentucky Wildcats and the Alabama Crimson Tide, my God, we're staring down the barrel of a spread that went from 8.5, crept up to 9.5, now sitting at 10.5. My God, our pets' heads are falling off. Kentucky already dropped one to this Alabama team. So maybe that's where this hype is, a little bit of buzz coming in. Obviously, the cat's out of the bag. Alabama can't lose a basketball game today at home. They just dropped one at home against Auburn. They just dropped one on the road, got slapped against Mizzou. But I think to myself as I sit in this chair, how could I sit here and now leave 11.5? 8.5, 9.5, 10.5, 11.5. How could I leave 11.5 points on the table for a team in Alabama that it appears doesn't feel the need to play defense, that doesn't appear on one side of the basketball floor give a rat's? Things don't add up over here. Is it square to take the 11.5, or is it square to be backing a team who's in dire need of a win at home with this many points? I feel if I take Alabama minus 11.5, I'll be sitting on my couch later on today saying, why the fuck did I back this team in a double-digit spread who plays no lick of defense? Why did I get in bed? Because we know it. We know the scouting report on Alabama. They don't play defense. They don't play basketball on one side of the floor. Or when you flip it around, you take Kentucky plus 11.5. And then you think to yourself, I'm really fading an Alabama team who's seeing red currently. down in Tuscaloosa. They come out, they're firing. Mark Sears isn't missing a three. Grant Nelson shows up to play. And then before you know it, it's a 15-point ball game at half. 11.5-point spread doesn't seem too crazy anymore. I'll say this. It's the game of the day. Alabama already snuck one out of Kentucky in their home. I will gladly take Kentucky at now plus 11.5. Give us Kentucky at 11.5 because I don't know a world that this Alabama team's their defense. We're looking at a very well coached Kentucky team, an offensive side of the basketball that can be very explosive for a Kentucky team, and we're going to get a double-digit spread against an Alabama team who, how many exact points have they let up in their last two goddamn games? Holy shit. They've let up 214 points. 214 points. Or no, 204. 204 points in their last two games. This is college basketball. Give us Kentucky plus 11.5. Let's continue on down the line. Finally, we're out of the SEC. We're 5 picks deep. We're going to get to parlays. Fellas, we're 37 minutes out to tip. Nowhere else I'd rather be on a Saturday morning. This is your college game day. This is my college game day. This is the witching hour for degenerates. Make sure to drop a sub as we do this show now. New, fresh beginnings. Tuesday and Saturday for the college basketball remainders of the season. It was a hell of a football season. This show was born in football season. This show got legs in football season. NFL, college football, but now our schedule is Tuesday and Saturday, talking the entire slate. So be sure to turn on the post notifications here on the YouTube. We appreciate each and every single one of you goddamn bastards as we're now on a new schedule, and then we fire into the MLB season this upcoming summer. But speaking of new beginnings, fresh starts, every man jack, the freshest body wash, the freshest way to get the body clean after a day of college basketball bets is every man jack. And you want to talk about fresh starts and fresh beginnings. We now travel to the ACC for a fresh pick of the day. I think every man jack, everyone and their mother might be letting this game sneak by them today. Let's travel to the ACC as we take a look between Clemson and SMU, a team that is looking for a fresh start, a team that is looking for their biggest win of the season down in Highland Park, going against a Clemson Tiger team who hasn't traveled well. Ladies and gentlemen, SMU, great moments are born from great opportunities, and there's no better opportunity than get a win today against Clemson in the comfort of your own home. Give us SMU on the money line for a fresh start, a fresh beginning. Every man jack. I mean, that's what I put my body through in the shower. That's what I'm rubbing down with after a full college basketball slate of sweating on the couch. I'll tell you that much, gentlemen. So that's our 6 game picks. Nels, do you want to just roll through them real quick? So I'll just recap real quick. So the play number 1, starting in 34 minutes. This one out of the 6, if I'm being honest, I would probably confidence level 6. So maybe that means it is a winner. But just because I can see both sides of the ball here, I can see why both sides are a play. I can see both sides. It is truly a coin flip. It reminds me of Auburn traveling down to Texas A&M, Auburn traveling down to Alabama last Saturday. Tennessee is definitely the better team here, but If you bet on Tennessee, are you going to get the Tennessee that comes out flat and looks like a middle school team and they're trying to depend on their defense and that doesn't show up and College Station is flipped upside down and you're wondering why you took Tennessee on the road, especially when Texas A&M needs this bounce back spot after losing in Mississippi State? Or do you roll with Texas A&M and this Tennessee Vols team looks like that preseason top 3 team in the country, rolling down the College Station and getting the job done right before March, proving why they're one of the best teams not only in the SEC but in the country? That's why we have ourselves a coin flip, and we're just going to roll with Texas A&M because that's the spot that we would usually roll here. I don't know. This one's sketchy. We'll take Texas A&M. Continue on recapping Ole Miss, Vandy, getting into bed. Confidence level 1 out of 10, 7 here. Getting into bed. Vanderbilt money line will gladly welcome in Ole Miss up in Nashville. The Rebels on the road. I don't give a rat's. I don't give a piss. Vanderbilt coming off 3 straight losses to pretty good teams in the SEC. Give us Vanderbilt to get the job done today. They're in need of a dire win. Continue on. Recap. Oklahoma, generational spot. Generational spot that they need to win. There's a difference between being due and sucking balls. We find out today which one Oklahoma is on the side of. Oklahoma, can we do something? Can you do something for us? Feet don't fail me now. 5 straight losses. Welcoming in a team coming off their biggest win of the season. Give us Oklahoma on the money line. Yes. Oklahoma on the money line. I like the plus 3.5. Give us Oklahoma on the money line. You got to bend, not break today, fellas, and able to receive glory. You got to go for glory. Oklahoma, back against the wall, season on the line. Oklahoma. Next game was us fading once again in the SEC, one of the hottest teams in the goddamn country. A team at home, another great spot, another team needing a win. Calipari was just in a dogfight against Auburn. They lost to Texas A&M, both games on the road. If they can win this game today, it kind of feels like life. It feels like this season that had a little bit probably higher of an expectation with Calipari coming to Arkansas feels like there's a glimmer of hope, a light at the end of the tunnel. Give us Arkansas to take down the hottest team in the country. Give us Arkansas on the money line. Continued down the line, we traveled to Tuscaloosa, where the spread went from 8.5, 9.5, 10.5, 11.5, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot up. Fellas, I know Alabama, we've been putting on our suit and tie and buying low, but a double-digit spread with a team that feels no need to play defense. They've let up 204 points in their last 2 ball games. Give us Kentucky on the road plus 11.5 because I wouldn't be shocked if they went down there and maybe evened up the season series. Maybe evened up the season series against this Alabama Crimson Tide. Just imagine a world where the impossible became possible. Imagine the world of the unthinkable, the unimaginable taking place today in Kentucky, going down to Alabama and getting a win and getting the job done. I wouldn't be shocked at all. The only thing that does just amaze me that this spread has moved from 8.5, 9.5, 10.5, 11.5. Okay, dude, I'll make it. Houston, Iowa State. Yep, give me Houston. Simon said, give me Houston. Iowa State is without their best player. So give us Kentucky plus 11.5 in our 6th and final game. We talked about 5 games in the SEC, 1 in the ACC for their biggest win of the season. A team that's buzzing, a team that's down in Highland Park today. Give us SMU on the money line, welcoming in a ranked ball club, Clemson, in the ACC. Fellas, now I think can we drop a link in the chat to get people in? Nels, do you want to text me that or Slack me that as well? So, fellas, now the chat link, the link in the chat is to join in and give it a lock. Some games that we haven't talked about today. There's a late night game, Arizona versus BYU. Could be a money line piece. The game in Houston, Iowa State's without their best player. Is that going to be a bloodbath? Gonzaga versus St. Mary's. I feel like there's not a chance in hell St. Mary's, unfortunately, does not get a win tonight. I think they're dead. Dude, what is up with this pen? Oh, there you go. It was like a magic trick trying to get this pen open. Parlays that I've placed so far. You know what I would like to know, fellas? What I would like to know is who sells this parlay? That's the question of the hour. That's the question that everyone wants to know. I'm going to write it down, and then I'm going to tell it to you, gentlemen. So, Houston. I'm going to write down some college basketball teams. Zona, Zaga. Let me just see something here. Oh, we got Diego, dude. Diego.
All right. My lock for today is San Diego State +6. They got Utah State on the road. Also, take the money line at +210. San Diego
Wow.
State's been playing their best basketball recently, and they have the two biggest games of their season. The top two teams of the Mountain West. They play Utah State tonight, and they play New Mexico on Tuesday. They got to win one of these two games. They're right on the bubble. This is a huge game, and remember the name, Magoon Guath, 7 foot, out of Texas, freshman. He's been playing his best basketball recently. Aztecs are winning tonight.
Dude, I absolutely love the breakdown, love the confidence. That's why we need gentlemen like you calling into the show. That's a
Exactly.
dream. Do we have any other feelings? I know that's the feeling in the plums. That seems like it's an absolute goddamn lock. Any other plays for today?
I'm going to take the University of Washington +6 on the road at Iowa. Washington's right on that bubble where they need to win to make the Big Ten tournament. If they lose, they're not going to make it because the tournament gets cut down. So I think they're going to play close. They got great Osibor. He's going to keep them in the game. If they can knock down some of these, they'll be in it. I don't know about the money line because they're a little testy sometimes, but they play good teams close. So I think 6 points is good and a must-win game to keep their season alive.
Love it, dude. Love it. So San Diego State +6 and Washington plus the points in a dire need of a win. Diego, pleasure, brother. Got to keep calling back for these college basketball plays.
I will. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, Zeke. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Zeke. How are we feeling?
Yo.
How are we looking for today?
How's the connection? I'm actually in the war room right now.
Yeah, dude, it sounds like you're in the basement of God knows where.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I'll be short and sweet. So I'm going to take you somewhere where you'll never want to ever go again. We'll go to the Big South at 2:00. Give me UNC Asheville -2.5. They're just going to be absolutely too much for, oh my God, who are they playing? I'm looking at 12 different games right now.
Bro.
Give me a second.
Bro,
Yeah. No, I
that's
did a
bad.
whole
That's
breakdown. No, it's not
bad,
that
dude.
bad.
That's
Relax,
bad.
relax.
You can't give us
Relax.
a fucking play.
They're playing Longwood. You can't even name a guy on the court. Jordan Marsh averages 19 a game, by far the best player on the court. He's going to dominate the
Bro,
game.
it's looking at the depth chart.
Listen to me right now, whether they shoot the ball well, they're going to get what they need inside. So if Longwood goes on a run early, UNC Asheville will catch them from behind. Secondly, give me Arkansas tonight too. I feel like this is kind of a revenge bet because of Bama on preview this week, but here we are. Here I am taking it. And lastly, it's going up. It keeps getting higher. I'll take 4.5 for Oklahoma if you're going to give it to me. I see 3.5 elsewhere.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like Oklahoma wins that game.
Yeah, they're feisty and they fight, man. They definitely fight. They got a lot of good athletes on that team.
And I mean, when you look at the 5 games that they've lost on this skid before they got the win at home versus Vandy, and Vandy at the time was ranked 24th in the country, so it was a solid win. They're 16-5 at that point, and then they have to play Auburn, Florida, Tennessee, Mizzou, like 4 of the top 5 teams, not only in the SEC but for the top teams in the country.
Exactly. And not only that, I mean, you look at the SEC and like where do they even fall into line when it comes tournament times? Like, who do you think is going to be the one? Obviously, you want it to be Auburn, but like Florida could be the one in the SEC.
I mean,
Tennessee
yeah,
could be the one in the SEC.
it's not a lock that Auburn wins the SEC tournament. I mean, Florida is obviously a bunch of dogs.
No.
Tennessee gets frisky. With the way Mizzou looks right now, Wade Taylor and Texas A&M, it's a shit show. Kentucky, and the way they're coached, Alabama could come out seeing red. This is the best SEC. And it's been good, but this has to be hands down the best SEC maybe ever.
Oh, by far. This is crazy. This could be the best conference ever when it's all said and done when it comes down to like the top 25 because these guys, they're ranked every week. They got 10, 12 teams ranked every week. It's crazy.
So you got Arkansas on the money line, UNC Asheville plus 2.5. I don't know.
It's actually minus 2.5. It's not plus.
Minus 2.5?
Yep, I'm not going to give you fake lines. I'm here for real ones. It's minus 2.5 right now. I'm staring at it. I tugged the ticket in. I
You
put
just
it in.
found out there playing fucking Longwood. So, I mean.
I love it. No. My head was elsewhere, as you know. Cars don't sell themselves.
Yeah, I mean, there's a million goddamn games on the board. You're taking us to Longwood.
First time this kid's been in the Big South,
huh? And Oklahoma plus 4.5. All right, Zeke. Those are your 3 plays. I'll see you on the other side.
It's always a pleasure. Gentlemen, ladies, whoever's in here, drop this man a like and or a follow. This guy's the man.
Yes, sir. Oh, look who it is. Look who it fucking is. Yeah. In his fucking robe and his shrimp boat. Oh, nice, dude. Must be nice. He's probably getting a massage on his ass cheeks as we speak.
2 o'clock massage.
2 o'clock massage, dude.
Down here in the south of France.
Must be nice.
The show going,
I'm here in the lab, dude.
How's the show going?
Dude, fantastic. We ran through 6 games. We talked a little Southern Comfort. We talked a little Everyman Jack.
There we
go. We had 5 plays in the SEC, 1 play in the ACC, and now we're trying to find some winners. And before the show ends, I want to craft a parlay that just doesn't seem like it can miss, like one of those can't lose parlays.
Yeah, those are the best kind.
Yeah, I'm looking at Gonzaga at home. I'm looking at Arizona late night at home. Maybe a little just Zona Zaga. Luke, when you look at the board today, how do you feel? And I don't want you to say Tennessee.
I feel like Vandy can't lose.
Right?
They really do. They got that weird court. It's hard to play there. You got the bench behind the hoop. I guess no. Bama, Kentucky, I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole.
Dude, I don't know what I'm missing. Like that spread is moving like fucking Kentucky's team bus got in an accident.
I mean, yeah, I could see. I like the over there, dude. That could be like 110 to 90.
Yeah, I mean, As I was saying earlier in the show, Bama's let up 204 points their last 2 games.
Wait, Oklahoma's now plus 4.5. Did that spread go way down?
It was at 1.5.
And that's where we got them, right? That's sharp.
What?
That's where we got Oklahoma, right? That's sharp.
I mean, we were always on the money line, you rat.
You look a little tired, dude.
Tired, dude. I've been buzzing. Fuck
all right. Yeah, I like all those sides. I mean, I love the Johnnies tomorrow. That's my game of the weekend. I can't wait.
That has to be like our game of the year.
What about Iowa? I feel like Washington has no business being in Iowa on a Saturday afternoon.
Diego, the first caller, was saying that Washington is on the bubble and is in need of a win and able to make the Big Ten. They're right on the bubble to make the Big Ten tournament. It's a frisky, sketchy game. Washington at +6. I know Iowa's coming off that Oregon loss. That was tight. It was a 2-point loss. That's just not a game. I mean, it's wild that you'd like Iowa's. That's not a game that I want to get in bed with at all.
Watch him bleed. Says players hurt for Kentucky.
Looks
that kid
like
Jackson, or is that his name? The 6th man from BYU last year. I think he hasn't been playing. Yeah, wow. Kentucky 11.5 now.
Unbelievable.
All right, dude. I got to go to the spa. I'll let you finish this up.
Unbelievable. I don't know what's fucking crazier. Kentucky's line moving 4 points or you going to the spa, dude?
A little steam, sauna, maybe some breakfast in bed, a little massage.
Dude, go fuck yourself. Oh, that rat, dude. All right, well, we got 17 minutes till kickoff. I am going to look at, here we go. Zona Zaga is -120 late night parlay. Zona Zaga. And if Vanderbilt can't lose, I kind of want to add in plays, though, that I haven't put in from other games. Fellas, what's a can't lose parlay today? Gonzaga's winning today. They're going to even up the season series against St. Mary's. BYU now has to travel on the road. They've been on their high horse at home. I think they get slapped in Zona. Zona's hot as well. I mean, Houston Zona Zaga is +102. UNC Asheville Houston money line +100 or for $100. They screwed me against Bradley. Drake is on a run. Players hurt for Kentucky. Vanderbilt wins, especially on my birthday today. Happy birthday, Robert. Come on. The 4-pick parlay on Twitter is Vanderbilt money line, SMU money line, Arkansas money line, Oklahoma money line. If you don't feel comfortable with Oklahoma now that they're at 4.5, we love Vandy, we love SMU, and we love Arkansas. What if we did Vandy, SMU with Zona Zaga? I kind of love that. But I can't see OU, Illinois +9.5. You like the Wisconsin spread? Wisconsin's been on like an absolute run and an absolute heater. And I kind of just missed that train. So I'm now not going to get in bed with them because I know that's only going to end up as a disaster. I'm scanning through BetMGM right now on the college basketball slate. We appreciate each and every single one of you bastards being in here. This is our college game day, talking winners in the lab, talking games, talking picks, talking SEC, ACC, Big 12, all around the town stairs. OU is winning today. Love OU. It's going to be a great day. That's all I know. That's all I know. Vandy. I don't know if I trust you after fading Izzo. Dude, fuck that game. We got Izzo'd in the second half. Came out 23-11 run, breaking that fucking 3-2, 2-3 zone Michigan was playing. Michigan down the stretch couldn't get a stop. They were making so many bonehead mistakes. Fuck, dude. Fuck that game. $500 down the toilet. But hey, that's why we get up. It's not about how hard you can hit, but how about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Something like that. SMU, Zaga, Zona. Wisconsin, big W. Akron is the play of the day. Going to write that down. Akron. Vandy money line, SMU money line, Arkansas, Zags money line. I love that. Q Todd. Let's bring in Q Todd. Q Todd, good to hear from you, brother. How are you?
What's going on? Guy, we doing all right?
Yeah, dude. Fantastic. We're grinding here in the lab, talking college basketball winners. March is in the air.
Yes, sir, man. Fucking Michigan sold the fuck out of me yesterday. It's fucking crazy, man. Ain't no way they was. I went to
They
sleep at. I
they
passed out
started
at halftime.
slow, and then when they went on that run into halftime, I'm like, all right, now it's time to extend this puppy in the second half. They came out and
Held
they
them to
got fleeced.
24 points. Held them to 24 points.
Yeah, that Izzo ball club might be more legit than it has been in the last few years.
Yeah, it was fucking insane, man. I couldn't believe that shit happened like that. But I love Vandy today, man. I know you're on them. I took him at an alternate spread. I took him at minus what was that? I think it was minus 6.5. I got it at plus 220.
Nice.
I love that today. But my best bet of today, man, is actually not in college basketball, bro. It's in NHL. I don't know if you're taking them today, but me personally, I love spots. As you can see, as you met me throughout the football
Hey,
season,
I'm all about spots.
I love spots. The Washington Capitals are going to win today. Want to know why? They
Why?
didn't have a single player on Team USA. Not one. They're here to slap fucking puck today. They are going to kill them. I took it at minus 1.5. Take it, chat. Take it, chat. Take it. They are going to smash them today.
Dude, you got me all juiced, buzzed up, dude. I'm actually riding. The only hockey bet I've placed all year was on the finals for
Yeah,
the Four Nations, and today will be my second riding Q Todd, riding the Washington Capitals.
minus 1.5. Take the puck line. They not one person was on Team USA. So I
Q
love
Todd,
spots
love it.
like that.
Anything in college ball outside of Vandy?
Um, I like Vandy. I like.
Oh no. Hold on, Q Todd. Your connection is one out. Vegas doesn't want us to know.
Yo, 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 yo,
Yep,
yo.
yep, yep. Gotcha,
Yo,
gotcha,
you got
gotcha.
me? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I love Texas A&M today. I actually stay in Tennessee. Tennessee is not a good road team at all. They're most dominant at home. So take Texas A&M today. You pretty much on all the spots that I like today. So
Nice.
nothing new on my end. Just take
Yeah, I
Washington
mean,
Capitals.
we're kind of just riding with teams. I feel like there's a lot of the same spot today in college basketball, which is rare. We usually
Yeah,
only get like 1 to 2 games where it's a team at home in one of these bigger games in the SEC, ACC, Big 12, where they've been on the road. Now they come home looking for a bounce back, or at home looking for their biggest win of the season, or in dire
exactly.
need of a win. And that literally sums up Texas A&M coming off the loss of Mississippi State, Oklahoma on a 5-game losing streak now against Mississippi State, Vandy on a 3-game skid now at home versus Ole Miss, Arkansas after losing back-to-back on the road versus Auburn and Texas A&M. Like, a lot of similar spots. The only one that worries me is, obviously cat's out of the bag. Bama needs to win a basketball game today, but my God, I can't believe how many points we're looking at.
Yeah, man. And Oklahoma coming off 5-game losing streak, man. It's kind of tough to bet them, but
I know.
Mississippi State, it's tough, man. It's tough.
No, I know. But Q Todd, always appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Smash the Capitals, everybody. Smash them today.
I'm gonna remember that. I wrote it down.
See you soon, Gav.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Q Todd, go. Clue.
The only Lupic on the show today, huh?
Dude, your brother just called in not too long ago in a robe, dude.
His nephew is back there. His godson's back there. Say hello, everybody. Say hello to Uncle Locks.
Whole fam, whole squad, dude. Whole squad.
God, I like you in there solo though. It makes you work a little harder. It seems good.
Dude, grinding in here. Grinding. I feel like I haven't stopped talking for 40 straight minutes.
Yeah, your voice is hurting, but I think it's kind of hot. So we talked about this already. Like, let's just, how I am with college football. I study. I know the trends, blah, blah, blah. College basketball, blissfully ignorant. Alabama, Kentucky, they just can't make the over high enough for your boy.
Can't make it high enough. Can't make
is that voice enough. From this?
No high enough.
Is that voice from this, or is this still Eagles related?
Might be a little mixture of both. Definitely a little mixture of both. Because the voice, it wasn't 100% coming in, but now it's definitely not 100%.
Say what's up to my wife. Best looking girl on the show today, probably, I would guess. All right, man. That's all I got. Let's get some wins today, all right? And tell your co-host to get back from the beach.
Dude, couldn't have wrapped up the show better. Couldn't have wrapped up the show better than Uncle Kloop coming in.
All right, my man. Talk to you later.
Have a day. Well, ladies and gents, that's going to wrap things up. Our final parlay we need to discuss. We went through the 6 straight plays. You guys came on. This is our first college basketball show of the season. Be sure to drop a sub here on the page. Tuesdays and Saturdays at 11 o'clock Eastern, discussing the whole college basketball slate until the end of March Madness. We'll sleep in May. We'll sleep in May. Gonzaga isn't losing. Arizona isn't losing. Let me see this. What if we threw Alabama and Houston, since apparently they can't lose today? Apparently they can't lose. Like I said, Zona, no. I don't want to. I think we just do the Vandy SMU, get those 2 games done. Vandy wins, SMU wins, and then Zona Zaga late night. I think that's what we roll with. I'm not sure who sells that parlay. I'm looking at it. I'm not sure who sells that parlay. Vanderbilt is winning a basketball game today at home. SMU is going to win their biggest game of the season today. Then we're halfway there. The coast is clear. You see those 2 legs go through the hoop. Late night, living room flooded, late night sweats. Zona, Zaga, Zaga, Zona. Vandy, Get the job done. SMU, biggest win of the season. Zona, Zaga, late night, living room flooded. Great moments are born from great opportunities. Fellas, that is plus 530. Ah, fuck. Let me put this back in. There's so many games when you scan through the slate. It's so hard to find them again. Yeah, this is a perfect way to wrap up the show. We wrap up this show with plus 560. Plus 560, Vandy, SMU, Zona Zaga. Vandy, SMU, Zona Zaga. Fellas, put 500 on it. Robert was saying Vandy, SMU, Arkansas Zags, $100 for 1K. But we'll leave Arkansas at the door. We'll take Vandy, SMU, Zona Zaga. I feel like that's the Plums play. I feel like we gathered here this morning to find winners. The degenerate witching hour. We gathered here this morning to find winners. And Zona Zaga, SMU Vandy is a winner. I'm staring at it. I'm looking at it. It's plus 560. It's 4 legs that will smack today for a college basketball Saturday. And it's why we gathered here today. I'll do 500 on it. I'll do 500 on it. I'll do 500 on Zona Zaga SMU Vandy. SMU Vandy Zona Zaga. Vandy SMU Zona Zaga. We're going to see those first 2 legs go through the hoop, and then we'll see you tonight, Saturday night. Wouldn't want to have it any other way. Why not us, fellas? Enabled to receive glory. You got to go for glory. We'll see you on the other side. Vandy, SMU, Zona, Zaga. That's a show, baby.